Alright, let's dive right in. We're about to unpack a pretty controversial idea, that there are specific, almost hidden structures in our society designed to keep most people financially trapped. And you know, as we get closer and closer to 2026, understanding these has never been more important. Just take a second and let that quote really sink in. 40 hours a week, for 40 years. That's your entire adult life of work. For what? To end up with nothing? This isn't just some scary prediction. For millions, it's already a reality. So that begs the real question here. Now look, the easy thing to do is blame the economy, or say you just had bad luck, or point the finger at your boss. But the real reason is way more subtle than that. It's not so much about these big external forces, as it is about a series of psychological traps. Traps, by the way, that are working perfectly. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to pull back the curtain and expose every single one of these 5 pillars. We'll break them down one by one so you can see the architecture of this whole system, and way more importantly, so you can learn how to get out of it. Okay, let's kick things off with pillar number 1, the invisible tax. This is something that hits every single one of us with a bank account, but it's so quiet, so sneaky, that most people don't even notice their pocket is being picked. So here's the thing, the number 1 rule you are probably taught about money growing up, it's not just outdated, it's now become the very foundation of the trap that keeps people poor. I know, that sounds totally extreme, right? But here's the cold hard truth. That money sitting in your savings account, it's not safe. Thanks to inflation, which is really just a slow, steady devaluation of our money, its actual buying power is melting away like an ice cube on the sidewalk. Every single second you save, your money is worth less. And this slide right here shows you the huge difference in thinking. On the left, you've got the advice we're all given, save money. But look at the right. This is how the wealthy think. See, they get that cash isn't something to hoard. It's a tool. It's meant to be kept in motion, constantly moved into assets that grow. Things like businesses or real estate that actually outpace that invisible tax of inflation. Alright, that brings us to pillar number 2. And here we shift gears a bit from the purely financial to the psychological. Because even if you get the whole invisible tax thing, this next trap can keep you completely stuck. It's called the comfort zone trap, and it's built on one of our most powerful human emotions, fear. Now, you could argue this second trap is even more powerful than the first. You know why? Because this one isn't about economics. It's wired directly into our psychology, into our primal need for safety and security. Building real wealth means stepping into the unknown. It just does. It means you have to take smart risks, try things that have no guarantee of success, and get comfortable with not knowing the outcome. But our brains, they are literally hardwired to run away from uncertainty, which keeps us locked in these repetitive cycles that feel safe, but lead absolutely nowhere. And here it is, the big trade-off we all face every single day. On one side, you have the golden cage of certainty, that steady paycheck, that feeling of security. And on the other side, the wide-open, kind of scary path to real possibility, to fortune, to freedom. The vast majority of people choose the cage. They don't even realize they're trading their ultimate potential for a little bit of predictability. That deep fear of uncertainty leads us directly to pillar number 3. See, when we're too scared to take real risks to build wealth, we often try to compensate by spending in a way that just feeds our social anxieties. Welcome to high-volume consumerism. Alright, trap number 3. This is all about playing a game, the game of looking rich instead of doing the hard work of being rich. And it's a game that is absolutely guaranteed to keep you from ever building real wealth. Yeah, we are living in the age of what you could call performative wealth. It's that urge to get the fancy car, the designer clothes, that expensive watch, usually with money we don't even have, all to create an image of success, mostly for likes and validation online. It's a total black hole for your money. And here's the incredible irony in all this. The people who are actually wealthy, they often do the complete opposite. Their priority is stacking up assets that produce income, not showing off liabilities that drain their bank account. They understand a simple truth. Every dollar you spend looking rich is one less dollar you have to actually get rich. So just like we pour money into looking rich, a lot of us pour our time and energy into credentials that are becoming obsolete. And that brings us to pillar number 4, which really challenges a core belief many of us were raised with. The new rule is simple: skills over degrees. This fourth trap, It's all about clinging to an old broken model in a brand new world. It's about confusing a piece of paper with actual competence. I mean, think about it. In a world being completely reshaped by AI, that old path of get a degree, get a good job is crumbling. A degree proves you finished a course, but your real currency, the thing that actually makes you valuable in the market, is your proven ability to solve a specific, high-value problem for someone. That's a skill, and it's worth infinitely more than paper. Okay, we are at our final and honestly probably the most important pillar of them all. This is the big one. This is what separates the people who have to work for their entire lives from those who actually achieve financial freedom. It's called the scalability gap. This fifth and final trap, this is the invisible ceiling that's placed on 99% of people's income, simply because of the way they've chosen to work. You've probably heard this quote from Warren Buffett before, but man, does it hit the nail on the head. As long as your income is directly tied to the hours you physically put in, you are trapped, you're capped. There are only 24 hours in a day, right? To build real wealth, your income has to be disconnected from your time. And this right here, this is the fundamental switch you have to flip in your brain. When you have a job, you work for money. But when you build or own a system, whether that's a business, an investment portfolio, whatever, you create something where the money or the system itself works for you. That is the only way to truly scale. So there you have it. All 5 pillars. Saving money that's losing value, staying in your comfort zone, buying things to look rich, chasing degrees instead of skills, and trading your limited time for money. When you lay them all out like that, a pretty tough thought starts to form. It starts to look less like an accident and more like a design, doesn't it? You see, the system isn't actually broken, it's working perfectly. It's designed to function this way. So the final question isn't about how we can change the system, it's about how you can change your position inside of it. In this game, are you going to learn the rules and be a player, or are you going to be the prize? The choice, as always, is yours.